part of his point was that
it was on Netflix.
I think a part of his point might be with like what's going on in the industry right now, which is like a lot of that social media craze of like people who are necessarily not that funny and they're just like loud and almost like annoying. Not to say that Tiffany is, but sometimes she is.
Tiffany falls into that
loud,
very much.
Just very much loud and just a lot of she ready.
It's like, all right, we get it.
Calm the fuck down, okay. Or like, what's the other dude that's like who repeats everything? Oh, yeah, you guys playing like.
What the fuck is that? When I tell you that's been in my notifications, all people be like, oh y'all. My cousin Paul was like, oh y'all living.
Yeah,
like oh
really
you vacationing. Like, what the fuck are y'all repeating this for? I'm so confused.
Oh, you mad?
Yeah, I was like. I was like, what are y'all?
That's the dude.
What are y'all talking about?
And he might be the one that has a moment. Forgive me for not knowing his name, but
and I can't even look it up. What I'm gonna look it up? How am I gonna look up that joke? Like
he's
mad,
the one.
Mad.
Like you Google it twice.
I
like,
never ever seen you act like this before. That's the dude with the braces. I forgot his young stocky gentleman. I forgot he's from.
Who that is? Like Instagram.
He's on Instagram, yeah. Oh. But it's a few names that you know, like the. But a lot of people haven't done specials, which is the new thing, which is kind of like
Which again, I don't think. I'm not gonna say if you haven't done a special that you're not a good comedian. Because if I watch your 1 minute Instagram video and you have me weak, you funny. Like I guess you're a comedian. You're not a stand up comedian, maybe.
I won't go that far.
But if
you have a moment, that's how I look at it.
If you put out. Let's say if you make videos every day. If I go to your page and I find 10 videos hilarious, you a comedian.
Yeah,
you're not a stand-up comedian because you're not standing up on stage, but you some type of you a digital comedian, you an Instagram comedian.
And a lot of people don't understand in this day and age, that's how it starts. That little social media that from Vine. Vine is what really got honestly, a lot of these people on.
So to tie this all back in, you know what?
Yeah. Sorry. One thing I just want to say though, to your point though, I think there is something to be celebrated about being able to like set up a joke, hit a punchline, and close it out in 15 seconds. Like that shit is hard.
Yeah,
it is very hard, and this is like it's almost people almost gonna forget now that Shiggy was
he was a comedian on the gram too.
Yeah, but this conversation ties in with music. The old school
you was just saying
versus the new school.
Yeah.
I mean,
the game has changed.
The game has changed. You have to adapt with the time, and I think that some people, if you take it serious, and back to you saying people like Andrew Schultz, who are actually really studying the craft and like going out there and doing the good work, and like having
doing their rounds,
going
to
their
comedy clubs,
and doing the real
doing the groundwork,
doing the real. I mean, there's certain people who are actually on, and I'm starting to hate this show. I started to cringe when I watch it, which is Wildin' Out. I'm just like, this shit's not even funny, but some people on there are actually trying to be like real comedian. Forgive me, what's his name? DC
Young Fly. He is well. He kind of they're doing
actually
stand-up.
Trying to do stand-up comedy, and then you have what's the other girl, young girl, Jess Hilarious.
She's on the sitcom now.
She's funny.
But that's what I'm saying. Funny. It starts it. Yeah. That's how Wildin' Out finds them. Right. Their skits on social media. Yeah. Like if you're not on social media right now, you're not getting on Wildin' Out.
Because I remember when Wildin' Out was like not going that route, and I think
do you remember when Katt Williams and all these motherfuckers
were on
Wildin' Out?
Yeah.
Who else was there?
They didn't embrace the change that was coming, and that's in my mind that's what kind of slowed them down.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart was on Wild 'N Out.
He was.
All of them. Yeah, like they had to. And I just find it.
I think it sounds bitter or like some bitterness on Katt's end. I think he is upset that he is not in this because it was a point where like what was that like 05, 06 when like Pimp Chronicles was like the stand up.
Yeah,
like it was. I can't remember no jokes from it, but I remember people watching it all the time.
It's not on TV.
Like it was there all the time.
Kev took the smart route. No matter what you want to say, he took the smart route. He put it in theaters. Then he put it on DVD. Yeah. Where then when the streaming really came in, then he it started hitting on regular TV. Mm-hmm. Like little shit like that. That's gonna work. It's gonna be drilled in your brain.
Yeah.
And you just can't. I mean, if Katt didn't do, because Katt was in his in the interview, he was talking about how I did all this and I did it on my own and I'm like, all right, that's good, but what do you have to show for it right now?
Emmy. Congratulations to that.
Congrats
she
to
does.
That. But I think that Emmy was for something else.
It was not for no stand-up.
It was not for no stand-up.
It was for Atlanta.
Yeah, so
for his guest spot on Atlanta.
Yeah. It's about time.
Which was great.
It's about time.
He deserved it, though.
No, rightfully so. Like, I don't think he doesn't deserve his accolades.
Yeah,
but, I wouldn't... I don't know.
I just don't like the downplay part.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, stay in your lane or come out of it.
I wanted to see really much how she was going to respond to that.
She did it cool.
It's a very open diss to someone, which is like, damn, we're in the same field and this is how you feel about me.
They're together right now at the Emmys.
That's what she said.
Like legit right now.
And she said, I love you and please. She didn't say keep that same energy, but we'll talk almost.
It's like I'll see you. I'll see you at Miami.
I'll see you Monday.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk Monday. Yeah, but he'll recant at some point.
He's not gonna recant. Katt is not gonna recant.
Yeah, no, he's too egotistical.
He's too bold. 'Cause remember, he called out all the new and up and coming people. Like he called out all of them. Like that's.
I mean, not even up and coming at this point.
Yeah, because they're
selling out venues more than he is.
Like, and people are literally waiting for their next specials. Like literally.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine what's gonna happen once they all finish doing the movie stuff,
right?
And go back into.
A part of that makes me wonder: is there any background talk about how people feel about certain who are getting certain positions in the industry? Because he brought up Monique's name, and it was very very defensive in Monique's favor versus Tiffany Haddish. I'm pretty sure that him and Monique are very much so cool. Of course. So I'm pretty sure they've had a conversation.
They're from that era,
and they probably have a stance on the nerve of, do you see this and look what's going on.
I view the entertainment industry as like a big ass department store. Like think about like Macy's and Herald Square. What's that shit? Like 7 floors, 8 floors. Like you don't know everybody that works in there, but you kind of have access to everybody. So like you might work in perfume, but like you know the bitch across the way that work in couches. You know somebody upstairs that working like whatever upstairs is. Yeah. So I feel like they all talk to each other, even if they're not really cool like that. So even if you're not like buddy, you're like, you see this fucking bitch getting promoted, like she just started getting to it. It's like that kind of thing. It's like we're not friends, but it's like we all work like in this place together. So
y'all coworkers.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all coworkers.
You skip me.
But
so let's go to the second part of the conversation.
Yeah, so the other part of the conversation, which I love.
Yeah, I could tell.
I was living.
If y'all could only see Malcolm, he lit up.
I love this kind of mess.
That's the real mess.
And it's
that was a slow roast. It was good.
It
was good.
It's
Bro
like somebody to me, and this is like, he going in her ass.
I said, I sent him the link. I was like, he all in her ass.
Yeah, like.
And she started it.
She can't take it. She can't take it. You was in. Oh, let's set up what happened. All right. So Katt Williams again was at V103. There's a host named
Wanda.
I forget Wanda's last name.
Frank and Wanda.
Yeah, Frank and Wanda. Yeah. But
is Frankie a comedian? He was laughing his ass.
Nah,
I don't think so.
He's just old.
I think he's just a radio guy. Yeah, I didn't even know Wanda was a comedian literally until today, and I've known about Frank and Wanda for like
no comedian.
She's not no comedian.
She is not a comedian.
Y'all don't have to do this to Wanda. Y'all don't have to do this.
Now we're going back to the other conversation. She's not a comedian.
She is not.
All right, go ahead.
Well, in any event, so she was up there and she was like taking like these little jabs, which apparently I didn't know, but I was watching.
I think the Monique one, when he hit the Monique thing, that's when I think she got triggered.
Okay.
Because then after that, she just started getting real.
Yeah, because like for some reason she was calling him like Lil Mama. Yeah, and he was like, "I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy."
Yeah, he had snapbacks like
because he's a fucking comedian.
Yeah,
he's a comedian.
That's why I say she's not one.
But yeah, then like you just have to look it up because to rehash or like to recant a roast, you just can't. But like. She was trying to take digs at him, and she was like, "You wearing old clothes?" And he was like, "Baby, what was it? Balenciaga,
Versace
some shit,
coat.
yeah.
Nigga,
Versace coat, not even in stores yet." He said, "Only one of our hairs moving when we're talking, and you got $12 worth of jewelry." Just
I think the funny. Hold on,
in her ass.
I think the funniest thing. The funniest,
very
like he stayed calm.
Yeah.
She was getting. You could see she was getting.
Oh,
irate.
she was flustered.
She was getting irate.
She's flustered. Yeah,
and he's like, "Yeah, I bet when you take off them headphones, that wig come off." I was like, "No."
He said, "Does that wig come with the headphones?" No, when he said, "Does that headphone come with the wig?" I was dying, and he was like, "But you big on the radio." I was like,
"Yo,
shooketh." Damn, you big on the radio.
You can't talk to me with your cholesterol.
You know what's crazy? I mean, not crazy, but what made me upset, very personal thing, is that we were driving the kids to school Friday morning, and I was in Atlanta, and I was like, how the fuck did I miss this live on the radio? Like, I was so mad when I got home in the afternoon. Like, this was happening on the airwaves, and I was just not present. But yeah, not that I feel bad for Wanda.
They put it on video,
but I feel bad for Wanda because that's like getting like somebody washing you in your own house,
and you
like he came into your living room,
and you watching.
No,
you was watching because her co-host was sitting there.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, yo, you laughing too hard.
Your brother's sitting right there watching you get dragged, and it's like, well,
all right. That's a little fight.
Poor Wanda.
No, Frank gonna have to throw them.
But y'all heard the.
No, here's a real kicker. Her husband.
Heard about that.
Her husband pulled up at Katt's show.
He pulled up
with the piece on them.
That nigga said,
"We good."
See,
that's whack.
And here's the thing, right? That is whack because especially if she is a comedian, like the internet is claiming she is. This is what you do. Like you are supposed to be. Y'all roasting. It's the dozens. This is part of the game.
She pulled the Azalea.
But you know what I think she did pull an Azalea. But you know what I think happened. I think it got to the point because Frank and Wanda aren't syndicated. So if you don't live in Atlanta, you probably don't really know who they are.
Do you think it was trying to make a stunt?
Who?
Trying to make a moment?
Oh, no. I think I think it was a real moment that happened, but I think it went so viral. Like, I think that video, I looked at it today. I think it was like 2 million views or two and some change. Yes.
Damn.
A lot. And this happened on Friday. Like,
it was good comedy for free.
Great
for
comedy.
Free.
So I think now what happened is, because they're not used to this type of public, when shit happened on the Breakfast Club, everybody talk about it because Breakfast Club is in like 50 markets. So people in Detroit, people in St. Louis, everybody listening. So I think what happened was later Friday night, they really saw what Twitter was doing with it. And they were like, oh shit, this is embarrassing. Because her mentions was probably a buzz. People like, yo, Wanda, like, go sit down. Like, you probably, I don't think they were used to that kind of like nationwide coverage. I think people was in their feelings. I think Wanda's a little upset. She probably went home and talked to her man about it, like most would do. You had a shit day at work. Most would go home and talk to their spouse like, I had a really fucking shitty day at work. Except the whole world knows I had a shitty day. And the husband was like, don't worry, babe, I got you.
I got this.
And went up there, flexing. No pun intended. Shout out to Farmmaster.
That shit is really whack.
Open carry state.
Open carry state.
You better watch it.
I was at the airport yesterday, and it was like no firearms permitted. Which most airports say that, but in Atlanta, I was like, oh shit, y'all really can't have guns here. Like y'all just be.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, y'all. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know about that. Let me take this headphones off. I didn't hear none of that. I rebuke thee, Your Honor. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Keep one up top. Did you good?
Yeah. Now this ain't a one piece. You start taking my headphones off and the wig stays. But yeah, just shout out to Wanda. Shout out to everybody in just the radio.
Shout out to Frank. That nigga just kept it hilarious.
Shout out to Frank. Yeah,
I was like, yeah, this nigga Frank.
I want to listen. I need to find a playback. Like, what did they talk about this morning? Because I want to hear today's episode.
Right. You have to address
They had to address it.
You have to,
especially with like. They had to. I'm gonna have to go look for that somewhere. Let me go on there on YouTube right now. V103 YouTube.
As we go down the list of the docket. All right, I know we didn't talk about this. So 2 weeks ago now, our two beloved ladies.
Oh God, I forgot about this.
Our two beloved ladies.
Sorry. Top stories.
No,
right
come on,
here.
stop doing this.
Wanda Smith and Frank Scott discussed the Katt Williams fallout 8 hours ago. Let me bookmark this for later. Go ahead, I'm listening.
No, bring it up. What is it saying?
Well, it's a video. So
is it a video?
It is.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
What site is it?
Wait, how long is it?
Hold on. That's I'm about to see. Oh, hell no. This shit is 43 minutes. Y'all niggas watch that on your own time.
I can't get into that.
That's the rest of the show.
I'm off tomorrow. I'll check it out.
That's the press conference. That's you're trying to fix shit in
43 minutes.
So no, he ran out the house and I told him don't do it. And he grabbed the pistol and got in the car.
Wait. Oh, clearly she lost it. There's mad comments down here talking about, I don't know. It says, what do homeless shelters and helping out have to do with shade throwing to Katt Williams? So apparently she brought up her working.
She started talking about her helping them. She ain't help all of them in Atlanta because we saw a whole heap of them.
Yeah, I saw somebody doing crack under the freeway on Saturday, and I was like, wow. Oh, Friday. But I was like, wow. With the spoon and all.
We was going to the airport, and they was just laid out.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I thought I was in D.C.
Yeah, do your Googles, but apparently Frank and Wanda have something to say. 43 minutes long. Anyway, so yes, Belle Khalees and Onika.
By now, we're not going to recant the story.
We're not,
you guys know exactly what happened. What is your stance? I will personally say, I already had this conversation, and the thing that bothered me the most was that when someone, I don't know even where it came from, but it was like, what do you think those white? Oh, I think it had to be Nicki on her show. She said, "What do you think those white people thought of us?"
Queen Radio.
And you know what bothers me? We need to stop fucking thinking about what white people think of us. Because you know what? Fact. They get on the train, they get on the bus, they go to work, and they do what the fuck they do, and they don't ever step out and say, I wonder what these black people think of me.
Especially at Fashion Week. I was like, these niggas are coked. Well, not niggas, but these people are coked out. Like, there's so much seedy backdoor shit. Bitches just throwing up in the dressing room.
Carry the fuck on. Do what you gotta do. I will say that they don't need to be doing it, but I mean, that should be the last of your words.
People kept saying, like, that wasn't the right place. Where the fuck is the right place to fight?
Because that's the only place you're going to see her.
There's no right place to fight.
That's unless the only place you're going to see her.
Let them fight.
Let them fight. Back up.
Shit.
Let them fight.
Chill, Babs.
Shout out to all the hood. Oh, yes.
That's what
I think I was like, I know that from somewhere.
Let them fight.
Yeah, shout out to Babs. Oh, great fucking TV, man. I'm going to go home and look for that shit on YouTube.
Don't Coppa like Ness.
Yo.
All right, this is episode 40, whatever, 79. No.
All right, Dylan.
Listen, you're one of the 5 best rappers of all time.
Dylan.
Oh, not even one of the 5. You are the 5. You are all 5.
I know we lost all of you guys out there if you wasn't outside. Or if you was inside but outside. That was good.
Hopefully we didn't lose y'all, but